Alright guys, welcome to a new video. Thought I'd start out a little bit different. I'm currently riding my 1974 Honda CB200. Just got this guy running, and today's video we're going to focus on fixing up the KX80, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. So stay tuned, more to come on this bike and the KX80. Starting the video right now. Alright guys, so I'm just ordering a couple new parts. From the comments, I found that, let's just click on this picture here quick so I can explain what part was broken on this thing. So if we click through these pictures, we can see that this gear right here, let me zoom in up on this. Remember from last video, this had a ring around here, but this huge chunk right here was missing out of it, that big tooth-like thing. I'll show you on the gear in here. I've got this part over here. Part is right here, I think. I believe it's in here somewhere. So as you can see, part right here that's cracked right there is missing that whole section. So I don't even know where that went in the case, but it's completely missing. So this prong, which from the videos, another comment said that this was supposed to be bent right here. That's supposed to be bent. That connects to that piece, which is gone, which would make it not work, which would make it probably this spring come loose and make that hole in the case. So we're gonna order a new piece. It's like 14 bucks for the whole gear, the whole kickstart gear thing. So we're gonna try to JB weld this thing right here, which that's a pretty big hole. I've got the pieces for it, and we're just gonna JB weld it a couple times just to make sure it's all good, and hopefully that holds. If it doesn't, then we can order a whole new case. And as for the engine case, I already JB welded the hole in it, and it seems to be holding pretty well, but we're gonna test it all when I put this case back on, and then we're gonna try it. But I have to order a new gasket as well, so let's go over to the laptop, order a new gasket. Let's see if we can find one. I placed a bid on this one. Let's see, right here. This is for a KX60, but all the year's work, I looked up the diagrams right here, and it shows you all the parts for it, and the part numbers down here, and they matched up with the KX80. So all these numbers match up, so that means I can order that part up. I bid 14 bucks on it. It's up for 20. See if he takes the bid. But let's type in the gasket now for it. Actually, you just go to here, go back on this. Let's just look up the gasket for it right here. Look up the part number, then we'll be good to go. So stay tuned. We're going to look up the part number, type it into eBay, order the gasket up, and then it'll be on the way. Then we can reassemble. Alright, so the site I'm using is www.kawasakipartshouse.com/OEM parts and blah blah blah, but we found the engine covers right here for 1996 Kawasaki KX80, and then you just scroll down here. As you can see, the part number is 11009, and that is the gasket we need for this case. And then you scroll down right here, and it shows you exactly what the part number is. Let's see here, 1009 is this bad boy. So we're going to highlight this guy, copy, and then we're going to go to eBay. Let me just check in this. Clutch cover, yep, that's that. 1009B is the gasket generator cover. So yep, this is the correct one. Then we're going to go to here, paste this into eBay here. Let me just check here. And right there. That looks like the correct one. Click on it. KX80, let's just see if that's the right one. 10 bucks isn't too bad. Here we go. 1996 KX80 engine covers. So this is what it is gonna fit for. Cool. Very nice. Alright, so let's order that guy up, and as you can see, the part number is 110610122 Let's just double check that. 110610122. 0122 110610122. Perfect. So we can order this guy up, and hopefully it'll be here pretty soon. Let me just see. Yep, from Oklahoma. So it's not from China or anything, so we'll be good. So stay tuned, we're gonna order that up. Hopefully the gear and this comes in the mail, and then we can reassemble the engine. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so this is basically what we're working with. We've got these two pieces right here that are gonna go. This one's gonna go right here, and that one's gonna go right next to it, right there. So we're gonna use, we've got this steel weld right here. We're gonna mix up, and we're gonna try that out. First we're gonna wipe away this area and really try to get some good contact between the two pieces. Hopefully it holds, and then once we get that sitting there, we're gonna mix up another batch and go on the inside and then on the outside. And then when it hardens, I can take a Dremel tool and just sand this smooth, so that you can't even see the crack. So that's the plan. Hopefully it works. Stay tuned. I'm guessing it probably won't work. Alright, so let's take a little peek at what we did. As you can see, I filled in that gap pretty good. It's all filled in with JB Weld. And then on this side I layered it pretty thick. So this is all covered, and I didn't cover it right here and right here because that's where the gasket goes. And I didn't put like tons of it right here because the gear has to go in there. So I left some room right here, and then I might just sand that down to make it smoother. But on the outside you can just take like a, yeah, you don't even really have to touch it up, but I might just take a Dremel and sand the rest of that off just to make it look like it's part of the case. And yeah, so I put on quite a bit. It should hold, I think. This side I'm a little bit worried about because there's not a lot of it on that side, but we'll see. If it breaks, and we'll buy a new cover and a new case. But it's worth a shot. So anyway, stay tuned. We're gonna put this back on the bike and see how it goes. Alright guys, I am home now, but I got this case all JB welded up, and it's looking pretty decent. Looks like it's holding so far, but that's kind of what it looks like right now. I'm hoping that's going to be strong enough. If not, I'm just going to have it welded up and be done with it. But I'm thinking it should be strong enough just to clamp it to the engine, and hopefully that Kickstarter doesn't shoot back out and break it again once I have everything put on. So we're going to try it out. We're going to probably put the case on and the gasket, and then bolt it down. And I ordered the new Kickstart gear, like you guys know, and that's coming from eBay, so I can't put that on yet, but we can just test it out and see if everything lines up right now. And I also did the outside one too, so the engine case is all done. So we can take this outside right now and go see if it lines up. Alright, so here is the piece that I redid. It's kind of hard to see. Let me get my phone light out so we can see what it looks like here. So that's what that looks like right in there, and it's all JB welded up pretty nicely. I didn't put too much on the inside because I didn't want it to scrape that gear that goes in there. But as you can see, the gasket side too, I didn't put a lot on, just so it wouldn't hit the gasket. But we can probably put the cover on and just try it out, just to see if the bolts line up and stuff. So we'll do that right now. All right, so it somewhat lines up. It looks pretty dang good, actually. You can see the holes line up, so that's a good sign. I didn't put it on crooked. The rest of the bike is going to be cleaned up super nice. So once we get the cover back on, I'm going to take a power washer to it, power wash everything off. I know a lot of people in the comments say I should have done it before, but it was way too cold out. Like today, it's like, feels like 40 degrees, and it was just too cold out to do it, so I just didn't do it. But I wiped down the cover a little bit and the sides around it just so I wouldn't get mud into the clutch cover. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna go through the whole entire bike then. We could maybe replace the back tire because it's pretty bald in the back. Just go through the bearings, see if those are good. Obviously look at the fork seals, go through the brakes, see if those work, because I didn't test any of that stuff out. Make sure it shifts throughout the gears, because I didn't even test that out. and look at the air filter. We haven't done that, which we could probably just do right now if we really wanted to, and then go through everything else. Probably the carburetor, which looks really gunked up, as you can see. So the bike is clearly far from being finished. It does run, but that doesn't mean anything. Does it drive? Does it bog down? You know, it can start up and run like crap. So we'll figure it out pretty soon here. But yeah, it's a good project. Definitely a fun little bike, and we'll get it ripping here pretty soon. Just waiting on the parts from eBay, which is going to take about, I think, 4 more days. So stay tuned for that video. That'll be out in 4 more days. So 4 days from this video, there will be another video out. So stay tuned for that. We also have to go through the coolant system, make sure there's no leaks. We have to make sure the top end is good. I'm probably going to take off the head and just see what the piston looks like and see if that's in correctly. And check out the reeds when I take the carb apart and all that good stuff. So anyway, I think that's going to be it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little build series on the clutch cover and stuff. I know a lot of people have the same problem where they kick out that chunk right here, and then they just end up like welding it with JB Welder, aluminum welder, and that fixes the problem. Usually people don't split the cases and get a whole new case just to fix that hole, because it's not like a super important hole. You could honestly just put duct tape around it just so the oil doesn't come out, and then probably be good. But you know, at least JB Weld it would be good. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing, and until next time, we are out.